Cool. So, yeah, I've got loads and loads of notes to go through because otherwise I'll get sidetracked. So I'm going to try and talk fairly quickly so I go through it all. And so as we've got the recording, you might find that you just want to go through it, go back through it and make notes. So if you don't have a pen and paper, get a pen and paper because it's going to be useful for you. So I'm excited to share it with you. So first of all, I know most of you aren't brand new, but some of you are, which is really exciting. So welcome to the team, first of all. And second of all, the most important thing, obviously, when joining the business is that, and I want you to all write it down, and I meant to say this to you the other day. Let's find my notes now. Sorry. Okay, so first of all, I want you to write down, you can write it on the chat, you can just write in your notes, you don't have to share it if you don't want to. But first of all, it's really, really important that you know, what do you want from the business? So what is the reason you've joined the business? What do you want? Whether it's not always about money for everyone. It could be just that you want to help people, that you want to make some new friends, that you that you do want to make a little bit of extra money every month. So what is it that you want from the business? And then by achieving that, what would it do to your life? So say if it was to earn an extra £200 a month, what would that do to your life? What would it pay for? What would it take the stress away for? So I really want you to think about that and write it down. So what would it help with? What would it make a difference to your life? So like when I initially joined, I didn't have any I didn't think that it was going to be something that I would be able to give up my full-time job for. I just wanted to earn an extra £200 a month to pay for, to save for Christmas. So I really want you to think about what you want from the business and how it will impact your life. Okay, and then what are you willing to do to help get that? So say if you just want to earn £100 a month, so what you would need to do that is roughly 5 to 6 orders a month. That would bring you in £100 a month. That would be by yourself with no team, so just you plodding along doing just a few orders every month. And how much time are you willing to put into the business, whether it's every day? So if you can do an hour a day, that's amazing. That's 7 hours a week that you can really put into the business. So again, think about what you want to make from the or what you want the business to do from you, and then how much time you're willing to put into it. And if I'm not your upline, tell your upline this. Go back to your upline and say, right, these are the answers to the questions that Lou asked me on the Zoom call, because it's really important that we all know where we are and where we're going for. So that's the first thing that's really, really important. So once you've got that clear in your head and you know where you are and your upline knows where you are, then you can all work together to create something that's going to move you forward and achieve those goals. So, and I think it's really important, especially when you first start. Your aim when you first start is just to get a few orders in your first month. So some people would be like, I did 60 orders in my first month. Fantastic, that's amazing. But that's actually really, really difficult to do. And what this business is all about is duplication. So if you bring in people and you're like, well, in my first month I did 60 orders, that is really unduplicatable to a lot of people. Whereas if you said, I can help you do 6 orders a month, they'll be like, yeah, do you know what, I can do that. Whereas if you say I did 60 orders in my first month, and by halfway through the month they've not even done one, then they're going to quit and give up because they think, well, there's no chance I'm going to get anywhere near 60 orders. Do you sort of see where I'm coming? So it's really important as well, just to, it's all about simple, small steps helping you achieve and getting people off to a victory from the very get-go. So it's not about doing masses and masses and masses. Okay, so what I'm going to go through today is how to help you get those orders, what exactly you need to do. So we are just about to launch something called the Breakfast Club. So this is starting next Monday. So Monday the 20th, the Breakfast Club. And this is just a support group that we're going to have on Facebook that we're going to set up. And it's just giving people more understanding of the importance of breakfast. So we're going to give them 4 options, shake being one of them. and then 3 other healthy options to have for breakfast. And we're going to encourage people to really make the effort of putting into having breakfast every morning, because some people don't even have breakfast, and obviously the implication that that can have on their health and what they don't realise is quite interesting. So we're going to find out as much information as possible about how having breakfast can really sort of get your day off to the best start and things like that. So this is going to be a support group for everyone. So what I want you all to do, and if you haven't started it yet, start it. And literally this is where it's going to get tough because there's no excuses. I want you to write down a list of every single person you know. So if you've got them obviously on Facebook, it's going to be easy. So if you're new to this, it will be really easy for you because you'll probably only have like 3 to 4, maybe 500 friends. So it might take you a couple of hours. I have nearly 3,000 friends. So I've done 3 hours already today, and I'm only on my G's. So it's going to take me forever. But it's so important with this business to have a list and work through your list so that you can connect with people. So what I want you to do is, first of all, create that list, and that should be done really in your first couple of days. And then once you've created that list, you then need to work on adding people to that list every single day. So this is network marketing. You need to broaden your network. And at first that I know I felt quite scared at doing that, like adding people to my Facebook. But you're going to be looking at people that are very similar to you. So think about what your hobbies are and then go and find the groups. So if you're a mum, go and find mum groups. If you're into jogging, go and find jogging groups. Like Patricia's just got a Fitbit. There's probably loads of Fitbit groups. Don't go into like Swimming World and be like, oh, I'm selling Juice Plus, who wants to join me? Because you'll just get chucked straight out and no one will join you anyway. It's all about building up relationships, and then go and find, go through your friends and see if you've got any mutual friends and things like that. So you need to be looking at building your friend list of up to sort of 10 people every single day. And again, in more detail, if you're sort of thinking, right, okay, I need more detail on this, just talk to your upline and they will give you a little bit more information on how to connect with people properly. So you're going to be building your list every single day, and then you're going to be connecting with 10 people from your list every single day. So this is something that's really important. So once your list is built, you're going to be adding to it every day, and you're also going to be going. So obviously start at the beginning, and then you're just going to message them a really nice message. Nothing to do that you're selling Juice Plus, absolutely nothing. So if they are someone that you went to school with or that you know, so they're a warm market to you, so there's somebody you know, friends, family, and you're going to message absolutely everybody and just say, hiya, how are you? Rebuild those relationships if you haven't spoken to them in a while, and then start talking to them. And then you, what we're doing with this breakfast club, and if you're new especially, this is great because you can say, I've just started this business where I'm trying to help people become healthier, and we are doing something called a breakfast club. So it's where we're encouraging people to have breakfast that don't already. Do you know anyone? And this is the key question you want to ask. Do you know anyone who would be interested? So you're not saying to them, do you want to join? Because that puts pressure on them, and sometimes people feel when they have pressure on them, they're like, well, no, you're trying to sell me something. Whereas if you say to them, do you know someone who would like to join to get a few more tips on just being healthier? It's not about weight loss, it's just about being healthier. Then most of the people will go, oh yeah, actually I'm interested, add me. And then again, you can talk to them and say, okay, well, what do you have for breakfast? Did you know that actually your breakfast should be a low for you to get, the best results and be a really healthy weight, etc. Your breakfast should have, low carbohydrates. It should be low glycemic index, high in protein, and all of the things like that we will give you the information for as well. And then people are like, oh no, I don't know. But breakfast is one of the things that people really struggle with because they don't have the time, and that's where our shakes are fantastic, because they can be whipped up and they're exactly what everybody needs. So that's where they're great. But again, you're not going to be forcing that on them. You're just going to talk to them, ask them what they do, why don't they have breakfast, and they say, I don't have time. And again, that's where you can be like, oh, actually, you might be really interested in our shakes because they're easy to whip up. This is why they're brilliant. And then you can talk to them that way. You will find that people will say no, and that's absolutely fine. They don't want to buy them from you at the beginning, but add them to the group, and then they will see other people getting results. And it's all about just building that relationship, and it's about people watching you. So they might say no first of all, but they will always come back to you. So we always say no is a not yet, and you will find that you're probably talking to quite a few people and you get lots of no's at the beginning, but those people always come back to you. So don't think, oh, I'm not getting anywhere, I'm doing it wrong, because you won't be at all. So that's the first sort of section that I want you to really focus on. And that should actually not, once you've done your list, that then shouldn't take you too long. You know, you will have a message that's all written out, so you can just sort of cut and copy that message, but tailor it to each person you message it to. So then we move on to your actual DMO, which is your daily method of operation. So this is where this business is great for busy people. So you should have like a book. So I have it in a diary just because it's easy, and I write out every single day my daily method of operation. Now you're not going to be able to see it, I know, but it's basically helps me keep organised. So on there I write that I'm connecting with 10 people, and once I've connected with them I write their names down, I tick them off. It's little things like wishing everybody that happy birthday on Facebook. So if you go to the events on your Facebook and you scroll down and you click on birthdays, you'll see everyone's birthday is on that day. Wish them happy birthday. It's just another way to connect with people, because if you don't know that person or you haven't spoken to them for a while, you know that they're going to come over to your page and have a little stalk of your page, because they go, oh my god, yeah, look, she just popped up, I haven't spoken to her for ages. And that's what you want to sort of start to do. So it's really important to do that. And you know, doing a DMO is setting yourself up for success every day, and that's what it's all about. It's just reminding yourself of exactly why you're doing this, what you're doing it for, what you want out of it. And again, the time, say you've got an hour to do this business every day, this doing your DMO is going to stop you from scrolling aimlessly through Facebook, messaging people that, you know, about Emmerdale, or having the TV on in the background and doing work. You know, you really want to think of it as your power hour and getting as much done as possible and building those relationships. So really important to do that. So gone through all of that. So yeah, make sure you're just really making the time count. So you're not, as I've already said, you know, scrolling through Facebook. You really want to make sure in that power hour you're setting yourself up and you're getting done what you said you were going to do. And that's where the DMO again just helps keep you accountable. So I've already said you need to be growing your network. So again, yeah, the people that you're adding are really people that are going to be like you. So again, just think about your the people that you're like, and then go and find people like that. And the great thing with social media is Facebook has groups for everything, absolutely everything. Like, oh, I don't know, actually boggles my mind what it has groups for. So whatever your hobbies are, you'll be able to find groups like that. So just go and find them, and then be really like you know, be the person who's always there and answering questions. And it doesn't mean you have to be on Facebook all the time, but go and spend 10 minutes of your hour in the groups that you've got onto, and just answer people's questions and just write something in there. And, you know, I've got a group set up on Facebook, a mum group, and if someone new pops up, I'm straight away looking at who they are, because that's what we naturally do. We're nosy people. So and then it comes to posting. So we don't want you to be like, especially if you never post on Facebook, don't suddenly start posting 1,000 times a day, because people will just be like, God, she's annoying me. What is she posting all of this stuff suddenly? You need to like warm up your oven and just think, right, I need to warm my audience up. So if you've been on the product for a while, just start to share your results once a day. Put something positive up so people can see that you're making a really positive change. And just be excited, because that's what sells. People love to see excited happiness, and just share what you're doing every day. So, you know, I took this today, so I put Emma on mute. So, you know, I was sharing that. It's just things like that. I hardly ever mention Juice Plus. It's not about ramming it in people's faces. It's about being you know, just sharing what you're doing, being inspiration, and help motivate people. So really think what motivates and inspires you, and then go and do that. And you know, you will find at the beginning, once you look back in like a year's time, you'll be like, oh, God, I can't believe I put that up. And it took me 3 weeks to write my first post. So I know it's difficult at the beginning, but don't overthink it. Just have a look at what we post, and then write something that's similar to you. Because if you write something that I've written, all of your friends and family are going to look at it and go, well, that's not written by you, because it just doesn't sound like you. So again, really make it relevant to what's going on in your life. Like, so Chantel's getting married. She makes some of her, like, she posted a funny picture of a wedding dress today, which did really make me laugh. And that's what you want to do. You want to sort of be really not entertaining, but you want people to look at your page and to follow you, basically. So that's really, really what's important. Okay, so what do you need to do, obviously, to get those orders and get those customers? So we've already said you need to add your network, and that's really gonna help. And then once those people have accepted, either that day or the next day, just send them a little message, say, hi, how are you? Thank you so much for accepting my friend request. I've noticed that we've both got children. How old are your children? Or we've both got dogs. What dog do you have? Mine's a this. Or I see that you're interested in running, or you've got a Fitbit. Again, whatever it is, write it in there. Don't write them this long message that, oh, hi, thanks for adding me. It's because I do Juice Plus, so I thought I'd see if you were interested. Because again, people won't come back to you. It's all about just connecting with them and giving them a compliment, because people love compliments. And then ask questions, because people love to talk about themselves. So, you know, you're creating conversations, and from that, what you will do is build trust in people. And it's actually really amazing that people tell you their life story, even though they've just met you over Facebook. Because people I think are so much in a rush sometimes that they don't feel that they can share some of their things, but actually sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger as well. So you're building that relationship by messaging, and you will find that you're messaging back and forward, but that's absolutely fine. You know, just keep asking questions, and questions are key. That is what our business is about. The more questions you ask, the more you know that person, and then you're always going to find somewhere that you can help them, because people generally are quite negative as well. So you're always going to find that they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm not happy, I'm so tired all the time, or you know, we've got no money. Oh, actually, I might have something that you might be interested in. And again, that's all you say. You're not saying, I do Juice Plus, it's amazing, you have to take it. Because as soon as you say something like that, people go, whoa, no, you know, I'm not interested. Whereas if you say to them in a very sort of intriguing way, oh, actually, I might have something that could really help you, and they don't say any more, they'll be like, oh, okay, well, can you tell me what it is? Because they want to know, but they don't want to be sold to. So again, it's just really thinking about what you're saying to them. And then if someone does get in contact with you about about our products, don't just send them then all the information. Well, here's all the prices, here's all the packages, let me know what you want. Because again, people will be like, okay, well, I don't know anything about it. You've not asked me anything about me. So there's some real key questions that I want you to ask your customers or your potentials. So the first thing is, and this is something that I've learned from John, but it really works actually. So this is what you need to be asking every single person who inquires about the product. So what are your goals? First of all, what are your body goals, your health goals? And what are you looking to achieve from the plans and the products? So straight away, they're telling you what they want. You're not telling them, well, yes, our plans can help you with that. Yeah, but I'm not actually getting in contact because I want to lose weight. I saw a great skin results that you posted, and I want it to help my skin. So, you know, really find out what they want, and then ask them why and how important it is it for you to achieve your results, whatever they are. So why is it important to you, and how will it make you feel once you've achieved them? And what you're doing here is you're asking them questions, and it's basically, you know, you're sort of opening up a bit of a raw wound for them. So you're really making them think as well, and you're making them think, well, yeah, okay, because the next question you want to ask is, why haven't you achieved your goal yet? What's stopping you? And that's another really good one, because you're really making them think what you're struggling with. And then when people think, and a lot of the time people say time, which is just an excuse, but don't say that to them. But then you can say to them, right, actually, our products are so great for you, and here, you know, here is a solution. So don't say, sorry, change that. Don't say our products. So you found out that, you know, you scratched at the surface of those wounds. You've really made them think about their answers. And then what you're going to say to them is, I've lost it now. Oh, we might have a plan that can help you. Sorry, I've got so many notes written down. So we might have a plan that can help you. Okay. And then they're going to go, okay, great. Can you tell me more? And people are like, they're motivated by two things: pain and pleasure. So we've already now stripped down their pain barriers and really made them think about why they need to change and why they've got in contact with you. And now we're going to really help them and say, I'm so excited to help you. Right, you've told me that your skin is really bad. I want to help you with that. We've got a 12-week skin challenge, which is just the berry capsules following our healthy lifestyle plan. If you make a few simple changes and you add our supplement, your skin could look amazing in 16 weeks, in just 16 weeks. So you're then giving them a solution to their problem. So you want to tell them the price, but tell them the price per day. So we do have a grid that has the price per day. So like the berry capsules, I think are like, I can't even remember how much they're, probably about 95p per day. I'll have to check because the prices have just gone up. So say they're, whatever they are per day.
Is that 79? I worked out.
Sorry?
About 79p.
Okay, so 79p per day, yeah. So do you think that's something you can afford? And most of the time they'll be like, yeah, absolutely. You've given me this solution, I can afford it. If they say no, okay, that's fine. Right, what do you spend? Again, strip it back to them and say to them, well, like, don't be in a horrible way, but most of the time, if it's safe for skin, bad skin comes from bad diet. So if they're desperate to start, which a lot of people are, you know, they really want to start, but a lot of the time they'll come up with, I don't have the money. So say to them, okay, well, do you think maybe you could, like, how much money do you think you spend on food every week that you probably don't need to have, that actually by starting this plan, you're going to be cutting out all of that anyway? Oh, actually, yeah, I spend £3 every single day on a can of Coke and a chocolate bar. Well, okay, well, you're going to be stopping that. So that's £3 a day. I'm saving you, you know, nearly £2. So it's just asking them the questions and making them realise that actually they probably can afford the products. But again, it's just talking to them more and not saying, and like, say if you were talking to them about the premium capsules, which is just over £2 a day, and they can't afford them, then you can come down to the berry capsules, and everybody can afford the berry capsules. And if they can't, then again, it's another way to talk about the business. It would be amazing. You obviously need a little bit of extra money every month. Why don't you take a look at the business opportunity that I've got? So they're the types of things that you can do. So once they're like, yeah, okay, I can afford it, I'm ready to get started, you'll be like, great, let's get you started. We're going to get you in the support group. I'm really excited. I'm going to email you over the plan. This is going to be great for you. And just be really excited. So they're feeling your buzz and they're like, yeah, I'm so excited. I'm going to get amazing results from this. And the next question to ask them is, who else do you know who wants better skin, or who else do you know that wants to lose weight? Like, do you know someone who wants to do it with you? Because everyone likes to do things together. So that's another great question that I've been asking people recently, because you're already then planting a slight seed with them to think about doing the business. So that is a great question to ask. So the process of this, just to recap, is adding people, connecting with people, and then just asking them questions. And those orders will come if you do that process, because it's finding out what people want. And it might take a little bit of time, but that's absolutely fine. It's all about just planting those seeds. We're like little farmers. We plant the seeds and then they suddenly start to shoot. Okay, so then we're coming on to the 4 R's of this business. So relationships, which you've already talked about. You know now how to build your relationships. Everybody happy that they can do that? Yeah. Results. It is so important once you've built that relationship with someone, you've got their order, that then you continue with that relationship and you help them get results. So you put them in the support group. Do not then dump them in the support group and then go and find your next customer. It is up to you to look after that person like they are your baby. So that doesn't mean, you know, if someone doesn't get back to you, or that for some reason they then never message you back, because it happens sometimes. But, you know, you want to message them and be like, right, I've emailed you over the information. Have you read it all through? Have you read the detox? Do you know exactly what you need to do? Do you understand it? Yeah, I understand it. That's absolutely cool. Post some things in the support group. Encourage them to do it, because it helps the support group get really buzzy as well. And that also helps you bring to the business easy for them, because they're already posting. You say, well, you're already actually doing the business already. So the better the results that your customer gets, then they're going to become a raving fan, and they're going to share it with people. So if they're getting results, the best thing I found, say like we're asking them to take pictures, say again it's their skin or whatever it is, ask them to take pictures after a month and they'll see a difference, and say, right, who do you feel ready to share that in the customer support group? Now they will have, because they'll feel confident. So say to them, I'll go and share that in the customer support group. And then when they do that, you know, that again, they're going to feel a real buzz, because people will be like, oh my God, that's amazing, well done. And then again, just ask them for referrals. Who do you know who wants to get results like you do? And then when they say to you, I've got actually 3 of my friends who are really interested, it's such an easy way to say, okay, I can put the order through, or you can join up to the business and you can put the order through and you can make the money from it. And that is such an easy way to get people into the business. That's how Amy joined. That's more or less how Chantel joined. Patricia was slightly different, but and Emma was a customer. So customers are so important to this. So obviously referrals will come when we get happy customers, and that's where recruitment comes in. So all of what we've done with the Breakfast Club and connecting with people and building those relationships from your list, that then all starts to come. So you're going to be having conversations with people all of the time. And, you know, you will find that sometimes people take a little bit of time, sometimes people order straight away, whatever happens, but you're always going to have those conversations, or always going to be rolling. So again, just having it written down in your DMO, you always know there where to come back with, and having little things written down. Again, so when someone's got results, ask them if they don't mind you tagging them in a status. Like 2 of my customers got amazing results the other day, so I tagged them in a status, and all their friends were like, oh my God, that's amazing, well done. So it just makes their friends then watch. And again, if then they start the business, you've already sort of planted those seeds with them. And then what we're going to be doing in the Breakfast Club is a recruitment post once a month. So one of us will do it once a month, just saying, you know, we're so excited. We really have to share this with you. Everyone is so motivating and inspiring in this group, and it's absolutely amazing. And things are going crazy for us as a team. So we are looking for more like-minded people that want to help us get people healthier. And that's what we're looking for. Sorry, my things. So again, ask the question, does anybody know anyone who can spare an extra hour a day and is looking to earn a couple of £100, you know, £200 a month? We're not saying to them, who wants to change their life? Who wants to earn £1 million a month? Because that is far too high for people. You know, life-changing money for a lot of people is £200 to £300 a month. So that's where, you know, we really want to start at. And again, go back to what you put when you first answer those questions. What is a big difference to you? What will really take the stress out of your life? And that's what we're asking people, you know. So we're going to do that once a month. And if you're talking to your customers anyway, they're going to be watching you anyway, and they're going to be interested. So it's really interesting, actually. And I found this, when we focus on customers and we really get that customer buzz, recruiting them becomes very easy. But what doesn't is when we message people and we say, you know, I think you'd be great for the team, or you're just solely concentrating on recruiting, because they've got to love the product first. And they really do. They've got to love the product first, because there's no point recruiting 20 people if not one of them orders the product, or if not one of them is in love with the product. So it's really important, and you'll just find that this will be a much easier way to do it. So you know, just really stay patient with it and keep focusing on the fact that they're going to get to know you, they're going to get to like you, and they're going to get to trust you. And that's what it's all about. So following up with the people as well that you're connecting with, don't forget to follow up with them, and just really loving on your customers, looking after them, not worrying about asking for referrals, doing your DMO, being really motivating, be this positive person that people are looking for, and people will then come to you. And you might find that every now and then someone actually messages you and says, I'm really interested in the business that you're doing, can you give me some more information? And then all you do when you start to bring in people to the business is you teach them what we've just taught you. And that is it. And it's so simple. So you go back to what we've just said. You go back to them writing their list. You go back to them reconnecting with people that they may not have spoken to before, adding to their network, looking after their customers. And that is how this business duplicates. So that's it. Simple, simple stuff. And that's all we have to really focus on. Anybody have any questions? Does that make sense to everyone? Is everyone happy with that? Like, yes, lots of nodding heads. I'm going to unmute you all anyway.
Louise?
Yes?
How do you go about putting orders in?
So have you signed up now?
I haven't yet, no.
Okay, so when you sign up, you'll get an online office. And you just log into there, you'll get your login details, and it's really, really easy. So it's a bit like doing a bit of online shopping, so it's cool. And you just put the customer, you take their details down. So you take their, obviously, name, address, email, phone number, their card details, and then you can put the order through. Or you get a little link to you get a little website to yourself, and you can send them that, because some people don't obviously want to give you their card details. Just for whatever reason, so you can just send them the link and then they can do it themselves. So it's really, really simple. But once you've signed up, you can then, we can go through exactly how to do that, and we've got a video to show you exactly what you need to do. So yeah, don't worry too much about that.
Okay, great, thanks.
You're welcome. Makes sense for everyone else? Everyone happy with everything? So we have our next call Tuesday, so that is for customers and potential teamies. So potential customers and potential teamies, it's an opportunity call. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it on Zoom or on a live like we did last week. I'm still deciding on that one. So that's where you want to be encouraging people and talking to people and saying, oh, you're interested in the product, why not get on this call? I'm going to try and get a couple of customers as well to do a few testimonials. So we've got a couple of testimonials. So, we have bookended now an opportunity call at the beginning of the week and a starter call like this on a Sunday. So this happens every single week. Tuesday is an opportunity call for business and potential customers. And then we've got a starter call on a Sunday. So as long as in between Tuesday and Sunday you are talking to people and you're inviting to people on the opportunity call and then the starter call on the Sunday, your business is going to move forward. And what you don't want to do is get on the call every week but never have anyone else on the call with you. It's really important that you're building those relationships and you're creating those relationships with people so that you can invite them on the call. And all you're doing is offering them the opportunity. What they do with it is up to them. Some people will not be interested at all, and that's fine. We can't think that everyone's going to be interested in what we're doing. You've got to totally detach yourself from the outcome. Or they're not saying no to you, they're saying no to the product or the business because it's not right for them right now, but they will always come back to you if it's something that they're interested in. And if you keep that relationship, if they say no to you, don't be like, oh well, you've wasted my time and blah blah blah. Just keep that relationship and just be like, okay, that's absolutely cool. Maybe it's not right now, but come back to me if anything ever changes. And you will be surprised that people do. So just keep that relationship going and focus on building those relationships, asking a few questions that really makes people think, and then offering them a solution. We do have the solution, so that's what it's all about. So get inviting for Tuesday, everyone. And if you have any questions, just message me, or otherwise, that's it. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening.
Thanks, Louise.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.